Hello everybody. Very recently a subscriber wrote to me as to can I make a video which addresses how to take care of your flu, cold and cough-like symptoms when it comes initially, when you have the initial fever. When you start getting the fever, is there a way that you can instantly reduce it or make sure that the intensity does not aggravate too much? Yes, there is a way, and that way is this beautiful treatment according to Nature Cure and Naturopathy that I am going to demonstrate before you. This treatment is fairly simple, but it is extremely effective. This treatment is not just a detoxifier, it helps you reduce the inflammation, it helps you reduce your muscle soreness, it will help you combat your fever, and it will help you recover from your disease much faster. Now let's start on how to make this treatment work for you. Every time when you get the first sign of fever, when it is about 99 to 100 degrees, you start realizing that you've got fever. When you get this first sensation, you should not ignore it. The sooner you start working towards it, the sooner are you able to give the body the right condition to be able to heal itself. So what is the right condition? When your body is in fever, it is hot in the inside. Why is it hot in the inside? Because there is practically a war going on inside your body where your immunity, your immune system is fighting with the pathogens, the bacteria or the viral infection that you have captured. Now in this state, before the fever rises up to 103 or 104, you capture it right in the beginning. How do you do that? I have got 3 buckets with me. The first bucket is in which there is hot water of about 42 degrees temperature. Anywhere as much as you can tolerate from 40 degrees temperature or 42 degrees of temperature. You can calculate and measure it according to the water thermometers that are easily available in the markets today. So pick up a water thermometer and check the temperature for about 40 to 42 degrees of water. When you soak your feet into it, here I have a second bucket. Now this bucket has a very high temperature of water, approximately 55 degrees of temperature, and there is a third bucket with me which is an empty bucket. It does not have any water. In this first bucket, which has about 40 to 42 degrees of temperature, I have soaked my feet and I have also added a little bit of Epsom salt to it. How does Epsom salt look? Something like this. They are crystals of salt, but this is not the salt that you consume. It's not the edible salt. It is magnesium sulfate. This magnesium sulfate is extremely helpful because it not only gives you relaxation, it also ensures that your muscle soreness is gone. Any inflammation in your body is gone. It also takes care of the aches and pains or the stiffness of your muscles that you may have. This magnesium, when soaked into the water into which you are having a foot bath, will definitely penetrate through the skin of your feet and will enter your bloodstream. Now this is an important point. Most of your nerve endings are at the endings of your feet. So when you soak your feet inside this water with magnesium into it, or more commonly called as Epsom salt, you will be able to derive the benefits of it getting penetrated into your bloodstream and hence providing a number of detoxifying properties. Now when you soak your feet into this water, the water temperature is not going to be constant. This water, with the passage of time, is going to start becoming cooler. So you will realize that in just about 5 to 7 minutes, this 40 to 42 degrees of temperature has now become approximately 35, or it has become cooler, and you want to make sure that the temperature of the water is constant. How do you ensure that? The second bucket, where you have a higher degree of temperature, has now cooled down along with it to become 40 to 42 degrees of temperature, isn't it? So this cold water will be removed from here and I will place it into the empty bucket. At the same time, I will be taking this hot water from the other bucket and placing it into the water that I want to soak my feet in. Now, how much water should you have? Now this water has become hot again, approximately 42 degrees of temperature all over again. It is necessary that we keep the same temperature of water constantly, at least for a span of 20 to 30 minutes. Now, while my legs are still soaked into this temperature of water, what is my ultimate objective? My ultimate objective is to reduce my fever. Right now, assume I have a fever of about 99 to 100 degrees of temperature. I am going to allow my body to heat up a little more so that I give the right temperature for my body to be able to fight with the pathogens internally even better. How do I do that? I take a warm blanket. I simply wrap myself with this warm blanket. When I'm keeping myself warm, now what is happening is that my body temperature is already 99, 99.5, and when I wrap myself like this and put my feet into hot water, my temperature will be slightly on a rise. So this 99.5 may become 100 or 100.5. Stay with this blanket for about 20 to 30 minutes till you start sweating. What does sweat indicate? Sweat is basically the toxins coming out of your body. So the moment you give this warmth, your toxins start releasing out of your body in the form of sweat. Now, while your body is still warm, it is necessary that your head remains cool. That means it is necessary that the heat does not transfer up to your head. So how do you control that? That control comes from a wet towel or a cold towel. Pick up any towel like this, something that is dipped into water, normal temperature, cold water from the tap, and simply squeeze it and place it on your head. If this is not comfortable, you can take any napkin like this. Again, it should be wet and it should be over your head. Otherwise, the third option is to take any of your towels, like a head towel or something that you wipe your hair with. Simply put it over your head and tie it around like this. But this should be wet, and it should be wet with any normal temperature or cold water, but it should be squeezed as well. The water should not be dripping over your body. And at the same time, now this will ensure that your head remains cool and you're giving the right temperature for your body to make sure that the heat increases to help your immunity fight better. If you are able to stay in this warmth for about 30 minutes, you will have sweat definitely. But when you start getting sweat, there is something more that you need to do. Every time the sweat is released, you also release certain toxins. You also miss out on certain minerals and electrolytes. So when you are giving out that sweat, whether your sweat comes out in 5 minutes, 10 minutes or after half an hour, the moment you start getting sweat, you must start sipping onto some lemon water. So keep a glass of lemon water near you and gradually keep sipping over it each time you feel that now the sweat has initiated. Very slowly, sip by sip, you can finish about a glass of water while you are waiting for this foot bath to get over for a span of 30 minutes. So what did we do? Number one, we made sure that we get magnesium into our body. It is a relaxant. It is a detoxifier. It reduces your fatigue and tiredness. It helps you heal faster. It promotes relaxation and sleep. It improves the circulation. It starts clearing up the congestion in your head, the congestion in your sinuses, etc. And most importantly, it definitely reduces your stress and promotes relaxation. So for all of you people who have headaches, this is a wonderful idea to do. For all of you people who have migraine problems, sinus problems, this is a fantastic treatment to do. For all of you people who want to boost your immune function, to be getting rid of that fever or the flu, this is a wonderful treatment to do. And I would urge each one of you tries this at least once. Just before bedtime is the right time to do it, because when you do it before bedtime, you will also get the benefits of a beautiful, deep, peaceful, relaxed sleep. And when do you detoxify the most? When do you recover the most? In your sleep. Once 30 minutes of soaking time is over, you will notice that if you wait for another 30 minutes, after a total of 1 hour, your fever will gradually start coming down. And this is miraculous. It's not just in fever, it is also in headaches. It is also very women friendly. So all of those women who are struggling with hormonal imbalances must include magnesium in some way in their treatments. So this is the best thing to do in the evenings or just before you go to bed. Do try it yourself. I would love to hear your comments and experiences of how has this benefited for each one of you. If you're liking my content, please like, share and subscribe. I would love to hear comments from you, and I personally love to revert and reply to every comment that comes on my channel. Follow for more. Till we meet again. Namaste.